If you've been playing Arc Raiders and noticing stutters, frame drops, or inconsistent FPS, you're not alone. The game looks incredible, but by default, the settings can absolutely hammer your system. In this video, I'm going to show you the best settings to make Arc Raiders run super smooth, reduce stutter, and get the best FPS without ruining the visuals. I'll also show you a few hidden tweaks that many players completely miss. So let's jump straight in. Why Arc Raiders stutters? Before changing settings, it helps to understand why the game stutters. Arc Raider is built on a very modern rendering pipeline with heavy particle effects, massive dynamic environments, large-scale enemy AI, real-time lighting and reflections. All of that looks amazing, but it can cause CPU spikes and VRAM pressure, which leads to micro stutters, frame pacing issues, sudden FPS drops during combat. The goal isn't just higher FPS, it's consistent frame times. So let's fix that. Best display settings. First, open settings, display. These are the recommended settings. Display mode, borderless full screen. Avoid exclusive full screen in this game. VSync off. If you need tear reduction, enable it in your GPU control panel instead. Frame rate limit. Set this 5 to 10 FPS below your monitor refresh rate. Example, 144Hz monitor, cap it at 140 FPS. 120Hz monitor, cap it at 115 FPS. 60Hz monitor, cap it like at 58 FPS. This massively improves frame stability. Upscaling technology if available. Use DLSS if you have NVIDIA, or use FSR if you have AMD. DLSS at quality for NVIDIA, FSR at quality for AMD. This gives a big performance boost with minimal visual loss. Avoid performance mode unless you really need it. Graphics settings that kill FPS. Now let's move to the graphics setting. These are the biggest performance hitters. Shadow quality, set it to medium. High and ultra shadows cause huge CPU spikes during large battles. Global illumination, set this to medium. Ultra looks nice, but the FPS drops is massive. Reflection quality, low or medium. Reflections are surprisingly expensive in this game. Effects quality, set it to medium. This controls explosion and arc robots destruction effects. Lowering this reduces combat stutters. This setting barely affects performance. Texture quality, just turn this to high. Textures barely affect FPS but impact visuals a lot. The biggest stutter fix, shader cache. One of the biggest causes of stutter in Arc Raiders is shader compilation. When the game loads new effects or enemies, shaders compile in real time. Here's how to reduce that. Step 1. Update your GPU drivers. Step 2. Enable shader cache in your GPU control panel. For NVIDIA, go to control panel, manage 3D settings, shader cache on. Play a few matches. The first match might still stutter slightly, but once shader compiled, the game becomes much smoother. Windows optimization. Now let's fix some Windows settings. These can help eliminate random frame drops. Enable game mode. Windows settings, gaming, game mode on. Display background overlays. Turn off overlays like Discord overlay, GeForce Experience overlay, Xbox game bar recording. These sometimes cause frame pacing issues. Set power plant to high performance. Control panel, power options, high performance. This prevents CPU downclocking during gameplay. Alright, best settings recap. Here's a quick optimized setup. Display full screen, VSync off, FPS cap slightly below refresh rate, DLSS or FSR quality, graphics shadows at medium, global illumination medium, reflections low or medium, effects medium, textures high. Plus enable shader cache, update GPU drivers, turn off overlays. With these settings, many players see 30 to 50% smoother gameplay and far fewer stutters. Arc Raiders is an awesome game, but like many new titles, it needs a bit of tweaking to run perfectly. Once you dial in these settings, the game becomes way smoother and much more enjoyable, especially during huge arc battles. If this guide helped you, make sure you like the video and subscribe for more performance guides, optimization tips, and best settings for new games. And if you want, drop your GPU and CPU in the comments and I'll suggest the best settings for your setup. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright guys, have a great day.